We're seeing a massive increase coming through in the number of mortgage applications that are being processed, an increase of around 71%. Also, you were telling me about the number of defaults that still need to be worked through the system, and it seems that there's still consumers out there that are battling to pay their mortgages. Give us an indication of where we stand right now in South Africa. Is it a healthy picture?
Yeah. So I think they don't let us mortgage lenders out of the dungeon, because everywhere in the world, mortgage lending stories about defaults. South Africa, significantly better than what you would find in other markets, but still, the velocity of new defaults has slowed down significantly. But as an industry, we've got about 60 billion of homes that are still in arrear, that haven't paid for 3 or 4 months, that needs to be worked out of the system. So it's not as bad as it is elsewhere in the world, but the reality is that there's still quite a lot that still needs to be worked out. It's off the historical highs. But let's put the 60 billion into context. That's 60 billion out of about a total of money advanced towards housing that's closer to 800 to 900 million.
Give us an indication of what you do with consumers that give you a call and say we cannot pay for the next 3 or 4 months. Yeah. What kind of scenario plays out? Is the bank very amenable to putting things on hold for a bit, or do you expect a certain amount of money to come through?
So I think those are the customers we like, the customers who actually come to us, or the ones who respond to communication when we try to reach out to them. There's really basically 3 routes. So the first one is, let's try and work out if there's a solution. So i.e., do you have a problem that's not related to housing? For example, do you have a lot of unsecured debt? So if you have that situation, we'll sit and work with you. If there's a solution to it, we will give you, you can pay partial payment. In some situations, we even suspend the interest for the payments for a couple of months to allow you to work things out. But that's in a workable situation. But what happens when there's nothing? You can only pay 500 Rand out of 5,000 installment, and there's nothing you can do. In those situations, we're saying the best people to sell homes are not sheriffs of the court, it's estate agents. So every single bank in this country has got an assisted sales program that says, rather, we will hook you up with the best estate agents. They basically have about an 80% recovery rate as opposed to about 50% recovery rate on auction, and we'll go 50s on the shortfall. We'll forgive you some of it.
And ultimately, you don't actually want the house to go on auction, because then the bank actually loses money.
No, we don't.
And you don't get your investment back.
So our first start, what we want is to keep you in the house. If you can't, let's help you sell the house.
With regards to the current house prices right now, if we start seeing more and more houses, and we know that there's still quite a big supply out there, what kind of numbers do you foresee going forward? Are you still seeing a very subdued house price environment in the residential sector?
Our outlook is basically a flattish market, so single-digit nominal growth. So in real terms, no doubt it's negative, but I think provided that the underpinning factors of GDP, of jobs and real income stay stable, we believe that there is enough pent-up demand, particularly at the bottom prices, bottom segment of the market, affordable housing, and also life changes, you know. So I think while a lot of our customers have been affected by the downturn, an enormous amount, a significant majority of our customers actually went through this unaffected, and they want to change. They want to move houses, their life changes.
With regards to the mortgage applications, as we mentioned, there's been a significant increase. How amenable are the banks to lend to consumers out there? And I'm sure you take a very close look at the risk profile of each and every consumer, because the last thing you need is to actually increase the default rate.
The lending criteria is no doubt much stricter. I think, firstly, there's some level of cleaning up of application, because, you know, people have gone through down to the, difficult times. So people with clean records, with unimpaired records, the number's gone down. But no doubt the banks have also probably a lot more on the conservative side. No doubt, whatever way you look at it, we're in choppy waters. So we're going to work with people who are in difficulty.
100% home loans, 110% home loans?
Never.
Never again?
Never. I think right now we're saying choppy waters, build some hedges for yourself, so that if you're in trouble, we're able to help you.